everybody. Good morning. Tops to you. What's up? All that good stuff. It's your girl Bougie Babe, and I'm sitting here watching MSNBC, and I'm thinking to myself, while we're in the height of election time and it's a high political time, we are less than a week away from actual election day where you can get out and vote and make your voice heard. I want to know, does everybody understand the different things that are on your ballot? Have you really taken the time to take your ballot out, break it down, understand who you're voting for, what you're voting for, and why you're voting the way that you're voting? I want to encourage everybody to do that. If you do not really understand your ballot, there is a cheat that you can use. You can go to ballotpedia.org and they will break down everything that is going on in your city, state, and district. That's Ballotpedia.
Okay, y'all, I had to leave the house to get a little bit of peace. But what I was trying to say before I left the house was that you can go to ballotpedia.org, ballotpedia.org. Put in your street address, your zip code, and it will tell you what's going on in your cities. It will break down your ballot for you piece by piece so that you can see the different propositions, what's going on in your individual municipalities, who you're voting for as judges, senators, congress people. It'll even tell you a little bit about the other people that are on the ballot for president, because it's not just Trump and Biden or as Vice President Pence and Kamala Harris. There are other people out there. Kanye is still out there, y'all. Really? Do we want Kanye? And that's no hate to Kanye, y'all. What I'm trying to bring to the light is your ballot is your voice. Don't just get in there, fill out some holes, poke some holes, fill out some dots, and think that you've done yourself a service by going to vote just for the president and vice president. It's way more on that ticket that applies to you and your life locally where you live that will affect you every single day that you need to pay attention to. You need to pay attention to these propositions. So since I'm talking about them, we're going to break down a few of them. Let's go. So because I live in California, I'm going to talk about the things that are going to be important to me and the people here in California. Like I said, for your independent local municipality, go look it up. But in California, Prop 22 is a hot button issue. That is the one for business, and it considers app-based drivers to be independent contractors, and it enacts several labor policies related to app-based drivers. Here in California, probably in other cities, I'm sure, we use Uber and Lyft like crazy. So this is something that we need to pay attention to and see if it's something that works for us or if it's something that works against us. We need to know these things, people, because if you're going out there on a late night, you might need an Uber if you had a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? So we need to look into it and see what that prop is pertaining to. Okay, y'all, see, I put my mask on. I think I'm going to have to go because my mom is done with her doctor's appointment. However, I want to talk about Prop 17 and give you some information. Prop 17 refers to suffrage, and that restores the right to vote to people who have been convicted of felonies or are currently on parole. Let's talk about Prop 21. Let's talk about housing. Prop 21 expands local government's power to use rent control. Again, I can't tell you guys how to vote, but these are things that we really need to delve into. We need to understand these things. So throughout the day, I'm going to do some short snippets and I'm going to educate you on what's going on in California the best way I can. Tune in, stay connected. Okay, y'all, let's keep the props rolling. Let's talk about Proposition 16, affirmative action. If you look like me, that should be very, very important to you. Let me read it to you verbatim so that you'll understand what it's about. I'm going to look away now. It repeals Proposition 209 from 1996, which says that the state cannot discriminate or grant preferential treatment based on the race, sex, color, ethnicity, or nationality of an individual in public employment or education or contracting. Did you hear what I said? If not, press rewind so you can listen to it again. They want to repeal the fact that they cannot discriminate against us. I don't even need to tell you which way to vote on that one, now do I? Ooh, let's talk about a sun-kissed glow. I look cute. Anyway, y'all, let's talk about Prop 18, also under the heading of suffrage. It allows 17-year-olds who will be 18 at the time of the next general election to vote in the primaries and special elections. I think that that's important because we're missing out on a lot of votes that could possibly help us. Let's also talk about Proposition 25 under the subtitle of trials. It replaces cash bail with risk assessments for suspects who are waiting on trial. That's something that may be important to a lot of people that have family, friends that are held up into the system. I think we need to look into that. You can sit there and say it don't pertain to you, but it pertains to me because it's in my family and it's in yours too. You just don't want to admit to it. How about that? Now, we've talked about all the different propositions, but we haven't touched on judges, mayors, city council, sheriffs, district attorneys, congressmen, congresswomen. There is so much more to your ballot than who's going to be the president, y'all. So much more. Please, complacency is not where we can live. Make your voice be heard. Cast your vote. If you know people that are not planning on voting, encourage them to vote. This may be the most important election that we ever vote in. Cast your ballot. Make your voices heard. Again, I'm Sandy, also known as Bougie Babe with Split Three Ways. I hope I was able to give you some information that you can use today. Peace.